Alright, so welcome back to the podcast. As you can see, there's a little more light. Hopefully this is recording in 4K. If not, I will try again, but definitely fix the light problem. I think I could definitely go not lighter, but more light. I guess it's later. Aquí tenemos mi Maruchan instant lunch. As you can see, I still have like a cough. Well, you can't even see that, but I have sinus now, which is crazy because I guess it could be something to do with cleaning products because I was cleaning today and I couldn't stop sneezing. This is really, really dangerous for me to be eating on this pastel pink couch. So I have this cake topper. Oh, imagine it just like broke right here, like a hole. Also, I ran out of napkins. If you don't know, I'm living in Alaska. And I actually did go out today, but I was too lazy to buy napkins. I literally went to the Family Dollar and bought something way more important than napkins. Hot glue gun. Not hot glue gun. Hot glue sticks. So, that is 100% more important because I ran out. Also, I 100% forgot. I literally have a list. Let me share with y'all my groceries that I need. If y'all don't know, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to cut all of my sniffing out because I just sniffed right now and I'm not going to be able to cut that out. I need an air freshener because my air freshener for the restroom has not disappeared. It has been gone, and I've been here for like 7 months now. So one air freshener is pretty good, honestly. So I need to buy another one of those. I'm on my last egg, so eggs. Sandwich bread, I have technically 2 pieces of sandwich bread left, but also like it's expired bread, so might as well just get a new one. And I be eating expired bread like I live alone. I don't know how you expect me to eat a sandwich or bread like and finish all that loaf in a month. So yeah. I guess if you're a female viewer, liners. I need some liners. Napkins. I don't need, but I want frozen pizza. Animal nuggets for this thing that I'm trying to do Sunday. And avocado. That's technically all I need. Everything else I still have. Maybe an apple, but like my bananas are sitting right there rotting. So I need to finish those before I buy any other fruits. Because yeah. I struggled a lot with my produce and my food. But now I just don't go grocery shopping until I'm like almost out of everything. Like in all that, there wasn't any kind of produce other than the avocado, I think. But that's just me being like, I want guacamole. Like, I have tomatoes, I have all that kind of stuff. I don't have chile, actually. So I'm going to put serrano chile because my cooking isn't the best. But if you add serrano to it, if you add serrano to it, like, it's fine. It's edible. You know, like, I can eat the leftovers tomorrow. You know? I'm going to move Connor because I'm scared of it getting all like, ¿cómo se dice? Manchado. But also I should have left it there because I'm manchando my other thing. Anyways, oh. This is not good. This is hot. This is too hot. Okay, so first topic is, do y'all know how to drive in the snow or ice? So when I was younger, Dallas didn't really be having winter storms like that. I can probably remember like 2 growing up in Texas. Maybe 3, 2, but probably 2. Both I lived in apartments. But one was like in December. It was like literally my birthday, December 24. And the other one was like January. But it was like uncommon. And anyways, I was a junior, I believe. And my dad said, we're going to the store. And I was like, cool. Because I think it was like 2 or 3 days also that it was like icy and snowy. And he's like, you're going to drive. And I was like, okay. And that's how I learned how to drive in the snow and ice. Because my dad said, you're going to have to learn when you're older and need to learn how to drive and have an emergency or something happens that you need to drive, you need to know how to drive, basically. And yeah, that's how I learned. And I got on the freeway and everything. It was just like a day or 2. But that's how I start every time now that there's snow or ice like that. I go and drive. Obviously I'm not over there drive. Well, once I did drive recklessly or aimlessly. Not aimlessly. I drove to my boyfriend's house, which was like 2 cities away. Well, technically 1 big city away. But there was like no necessity for that. But yeah, I would practice. So technically, like, I got there because I knew how to drive in the snow. But I'm not one to like, oh yeah, let's go to the store. Let's go to blah blah blah. As I say that though, last year we went to McDonald's. And today I went to Taco Bell, so. So I don't know. I guess I'm trying to say, like, I don't get on the highway and speed. I'm going 20 miles anywhere I go. Even if there's dirt, I'm going 20 miles. So my thoughts are, you know, I learned because one day I probably will need to know how to drive in the snow. Like, what if my power goes out? I need to go somewhere. like I need to go home or something, or somebody needs my help. I don't know how they would need my help because I'm a weakling. But yeah, like, if somebody needs your help, or if I need to go, what if all of a sudden there's no water? I mean, I literally have like 5 water bottles, so that's not enough for me to shower. That's not enough for me to do anything. So, what if I need to go buy water bottles? And really, it's just for my future. I feel like when I have kids, etc., things happen. What if there's an emergency where my kid literally just falls over, breaks his little arm by playing around? I can't be, stuck at home. I gotta go out there and drive. And when you're in a panic, there's gonna be a less chance of me crashing if I already know how to drive in the snow and ice. Like, I'm over there panicking about my kid, not necessarily panicking about my kid and not knowing how to drive out here. And I'm not saying, oh, I know how to drive, I'm an expert. Like, never. My car ain't for the snow, so. But I'm not over there going more than 20 miles an hour. 10 miles an hour when I'm here in the neighborhood or going to Walmart, things like that. Like, also, you need to know, like, going 10 to 20 is good speed. Going less than 10, you're going to get stuck up in there. And it also depends on your car. My car's kind of, not big, but my car's an SUV. So maybe if your car is smaller than I would suppose, it wouldn't get stuck as going at a lower speed, maybe. But I'm curious to know, do y'all know how to drive in the snow or ice? Do y'all want to learn? Or are y'all like, no, you should stay home. There's no reason to practice out there. Do y'all think I'm a bad person for going out there and practicing? Because that's what I did yesterday. I went out there and practiced. Of course, I practiced in the day. It wasn't snowing or raining when I was practicing. And I wasn't being rushed, or I was taking my time. Like, I was just going in kind of circles, basically. Going around to Walmart, back that way, going back and forth. Things like that. You always gotta, I feel like you always gotta practice. I don't know. What y'all think? Did y'all go outside? I went outside to the park for like a minute. Honestly, I have a video. It's like I set up the video. It's not even a minute long. And then I go back in to my car and leave. Like, when I was practicing, I was like, oh, okay, let me see this park. And yeah. But, also I feel like you should have, I have boots, but they don't have like picos. They're just like non-slip. But that don't be working on no ice. Like, that be working on snow. But I have to step like. That's how I think you should walk, like this, like out. I don't know why. I think there's probably an actual YouTube video that shows you, but how to walk in the snow and ice. I feel like I go like this, like trying to balance already my body, so that when I fall, I don't look that dumb. But I literally slipped, almost slipped, walking down my stairs. And I was going like super slow, and I was like, well, okay, this is what I did. I went boom, and it went a little, but because I put a force every time I go, it went deep. So the slip stopped itself, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, do you want to learn how to? Also, do y'all think that next topic? So, next topic, I wanted to recommend some shows, although I do not, some of them I haven't watched all the seasons yet. I've just started. So, we're going to go with the apps that I have access to. We're going to start off with Hulu. They had a Black Friday deal that was like $6 for Hulu and Disney, so I jumped on that. So and that was Black Friday, so like my list is very new. So I have not watched, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but I have not watched The Watchful Eye yet. The trailer makes it seem so great, but I haven't been in the mood to just like sit down and actively watch TV because I've been alone for like stuck at home kind of like 3 days now, and it came out like 2 days ago or something this week. So I've been putting TV as kind of like a background. So I haven't really just sat down because I don't want to be sitting down and doing something. I'm cleaning over here, I'm organizing and blah blah blah. I put up this stuff like thinking like I'm cool or something. I haven't watched Will Trent either on Hulu, but it seems funny. So I don't know if these are good. How I Met Your Mother is that adult humor that's kind of like cringe. Okay. Oh, that's all the ones that I have on here. So I think it's Candy. That was a good one. Candy. Abbott Elementary, 911, Criminal Minds, I suppose, 911 Lone Star, which is in Texas, Austin. Haven't caught up with it, but let me see how many seasons there are. The first 3 seasons I've seen, and they're pretty cool. Oh, look, Dragon Ball Super is on here. I didn't know that. Naruto's on here. I've been watching that. I'm still not done with Naruto. I'm like the worst person ever. Pretty Little Liars is here. It's kind of everything I'm watching right now, I suppose. I also mentioned in my other video All Rise. So that's one too. And a couple other that are not showing up. But my other one is Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus. Which I put in this password, little passcode thing. Which is so dumb. Because I need to take it off, but I always don't have time to take it off. But on the TV, when I'm putting it on, it makes me put my password and it shows the numbers that I'm choosing. And I'm like, well, how is this a password, bro? Like, everyone's gonna see when I put it in. The Proud Family just came out, the second season. I've watched the first one only. Oh, a Schoolhouse Rock sing-along. That's funny. National Treasure, it has been amazing. Been watching it with my friend, and it's cringe. I will say it's cringe, but I like it. Willow, pretty good. Once Upon a Time, good seasons. What other shows do I watch on here? I don't think I watched that many shows on here. Oh, I watched Loki on here. And She-Hulk. I think that's all the shows. I did watch the Zootopia. I don't know if I finished it. Oh, I'm currently watching the Mysterious Benedict Society. I watch it like when I'm at work and I'm doing like non-brain things. Like, I already did everything. I filled up all these worksheets, all of this stuff at home. So all I gotta do at the office is basically create everything, compose everything into folders, things like that. So I just have it there and I watch it because it's a PG. So like if I'm gonna watch something, it needs to be PG. It's like mystery. I don't know. It seems like something that I wouldn't get in trouble to watch. So I just watch it. Grownish. I don't know if I said that one. On Hulu. That's about it that I've watched. Oh, I watched WandaVision. I did watch WandaVision. I started The Limitless. Hold up, I watched the... Hold up. What the heck is this? Chibi Tiny Tails. I'm looking over here with Phineas and Ferb and Big Hero 6. Okay, I might have to add this to my list. Watch list. HBO Max. I don't watch HBO Max apparently because it's downloading. I watch usually on my iPad or my TV's legacy. Right now I'm watching The West Wing, but I'm only in the first season. There's like 10 seasons, I think, so I don't know if it's good, but I imagine if there's 10 seasons, it would probably be good then. So. Pretty Little Liars is on here. The Gilded Age! I love that show. There's no new episodes though, so I watched the spin-off of Pretty Little Liars. It's a lot. I don't know why they always gotta put like pedophilia in it in these kinds of shows. Like, why? Like, why? I have Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids, Powderpuff Girls, I started to watch his Dark Materials, but I just don't understand it. I'm like on every episode I just get confused. I don't know if they're gonna, I don't know. Pretty Little Liars original sim. Go to series. Yeah. I mean, it's fire. Nancy Drew. I watched Nancy Drew. It was okay. Like, the first season was cool. After that, I just expected it to get better, but it didn't. Big Little Lies. Pretty good. That's all I can see here. I don't think there's a like watched. Let me go to series. I'm only talking about shows, by the way. Because I feel like a movie like is only an hour. Why would I recommend you a movie? Just go to the movies. I recommend most movies that are out. Anyways, I don't really say like, oh, go watch so-and-so. That came out like 5 years ago or something. The Sex Lives of College Girls. I don't know if I'd recommend it. Probably not. White Lotus. Probably wouldn't recommend either. Oh, Insecure is such a, like, I don't know why we watch those kind of shows. I don't know. But Insecure was good. If you watch those kinds of shows. Which most people don't. The House of Dragon was vibes, but then it was like, what? Like, that last scene had me shook. Like, I never saw any of the Game of Thrones. But apparently this is way before that, so. Also, like,
just don't get it. You're gonna marry your uncle? It's just a lot. It's just a lot. The Vow. I watched The Vow, not the movie, the series, documentary. I tried watching his Dark Materials, but is that the one I already said? The 4 episodes, I just get confused. Oh, a movie that I will always recommend is Crazy Rich Asians. So much drama, so much laughter, and so much sadness. And I'm like crying because of my sinuses. Not because of Crazy Rich Asians. And then last one is Prime Video. I do not own any other. Or I don't have access to any other. I used to have access to Paramount. Actually, I think I do. Let me check my iPad. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, I don't even have access to. Nope, I don't have access to Paramount. Peacock? Nope. Let's check Prime Video on my iPad. Oh, nope, logged out. Yep, so I don't have access to those anymore. So yeah, that's all I have, and then I just have, I watch on my iPad. I connect it to my TV or hook it up or Apple Play or whatever for the illegal websites, which I only watch from one right now, which is called something that I will not tell you. But if you know me, just DM me, just ask. And I may or may not send you a voice memo because the government is always watching. So, those were my recommendations of shows that I'm kind of watching or have watched, or like seasons are coming back. Well, not coming back, but new seasons are coming out, so. Now, let's go to our notes. Reject. So, wow, I didn't see you. I didn't realize you could see that. Next on my little notes is going to be talking about traveling. There's going to be traveling for spring break, for summer, all that kind of stuff. So, I wanted to give y'all a few tips and tricks, depending on if it's traveling through bus, if it's traveling through car, or through an airplane. So, I've traveled in, those are the only ways that I've traveled. and I'm sure there's more, you know, hitchhiking, Uber, cruise, never been, boat, things like that. So, yes. So, travel. Let's start with all of them kind of connect, right? I'll just talk about traveling in general. You always want to pack extra underwear because depending on where you're traveling, you never know if you're going to have access to water. In the sense of like showering. So you always want to have extra underwear, and because you never know, as a lady, you know, you might stain yourself and you need to change. But in general, you go somewhere and all of a sudden, hey, the hotel, they don't have no more water. And they're coming and bringing you buckets. Like, yes, take a shower in it, but are you going to really take a shower in it, like, every single day like that? I mean, you could. But I'm saying, if you're not doing it, well, if you're traveling, you're probably sweating. So, I say it just because, like, you want a new pair of underwear every day when you're traveling. In general, maybe? I don't know. I wear a new pair of underwear every day. So I would like to have at least some extras in case I have to just take extra underwear. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know about the water thing. I'm just thinking about Mexico, but I don't know when a hotel might do that, but you know. I was trying to be a little relatable. But yes. Take extra underwear. Take extra socks. Socks stink. So you don't want to be reusing also you don't want to be reusing underwear. But you could always reuse jeans and a shirt, you know. I would say pack 2 to 3 bras, depending on your trip, of course, but 2 to 3 bras. Don't be packing like nail clippers. Do all that stuff before, you know. If your trip is for a month long, then yeah, I probably do pack that kind of stuff. But also you can buy that kind of stuff there, so it's okay. If your trip is like 2 to 3 days, you're not gonna take nail clippers. Like, do all that kind of stuff before. So, have a backpack and a fanny pack, and then your luggage or carry-on. If you're not wanting to spend more money, you can fit it all in a carry-on, a backpack, if you're a girl, a purse, and then a fanny pack. Like, I'd be like, a big purse, backpack, sometimes a little purse, and then the fanny pack, and then the little carry-on. And then like 10 jackets on me. So, don't pack so many shoes. You only need like 2 or 3, honestly. Pack your shower shoes if you're going to Mexico, or plan on buying that wherever you're going. Plan on like having those sandals or in home, like where you don't want to just be without socks on the carpet, or with your socks on the carpet. Cause like, you never know what kind of nasty stuff is going up on that hotel floor. Like, yeah, I'm sure they vacuum it, but you know. Going back to that, always take not bufanda. Bufanda is a scarf. Sabana, your covers for your sheet covers, for your pillowcase, your pillowcase covers and your sheets. Because if you're just going to pack one, at least just put that one on your face so you don't get any kind of pimples or anything, because you never know if you're going to be allergic to that kind of detergent that they use. Not necessarily saying it's gross or anything, that they don't clean their clothes or clean their covers, but you never know if you're going to become allergic or your body, allergic, because pimples and stuff come from that. So just take your own pillowcase and your own cover. Sheet. I don't know how to say it in English. Sheet cover? Cover sheet. Take a hat, sunglasses, your glasses case. Just like every little detail that you might think you need, you probably should take. Other than things that like I said, nail clippers, like, you don't need that. Bobby pins, hair ties, things like that in your backpack. What you want in your fanny pack is just your money, your IDs, any kind of snack that you really want on the go. You don't want to, I don't put any kind of like extra underwear, extra set of clothes in my fanny pack, because I have that always on my backpack. Whatever is going to be with you at all times, you want to have just one pair of clothes in case your luggage decides to disappear. I always want to take extra cash because you might spend more than you think, or you might want to give more than you think. So, definitely when you're on the seat, either of the bus or the airplane, just sit there, bro. Like, don't be bothering nobody. Don't be talking to them about their day or their travels. Just sit there, put your earbuds or your headphones, preferably, so they can actually see that you have headphones. Earbuds, they are covered by hair. So they might not see. When you're in your car and you're the one driving, take your earbuds as well. You know, not everybody wants to listen to the same music. Take your headphones, because maybe the driver wants to listen to rock and roll and you hate it. Or you want to listen, he's listening to a podcast, she's listening to a podcast, and you just want to jam out or listen to a show or whatever. Download shows on your iPad or your phone, because sometimes there's no Wi-Fi. And sometimes Wi-Fi costs money. And you're already on the plane wasting like $200. So, do you really want to pay $10 for Wi-Fi for a 2-hour flight? I don't know, man. You could have just downloaded it before. Download always 3 times. 3 times. Like, let's say your flight is for 2 hours. So download 2 times 3. So 6 hours worth of video. Like shows or movies, whatever. Because what could happen is flight gets delayed 1 or 2 hours more. Or when you're coming back, you forget to download. So you have those extra 2. You know? At least you have some room. If you forget, because on the way back you need entertainment too, but you were too busy having fun that you forgot to download it, and now you have it pre-downloaded it. So, yeah. Definitely download before. And also download things that you know that are not gonna show up with like sex scenes or like nudity in it, because you're in a public area still, and you never know who's gonna be next to you. A kid. Imagine you watching that and like a kid there. I mean, honestly, any person there. I'd be weirded out if somebody started having sex in the scene next to me. I'd be like, can you fast forward that? And that has happened to me a little too many times because, you never know what's going to pop up on these shows. So I just dim my light all the way down, bring it down, and I just start tapping, like, hurry up, because ain't nobody want to see that behind me, next to me. I don't even want to see that right now, okay? Like, I don't. So, if you can, download shows or movies that like, one, are going to entertain you, and two, you kind of know that there's not any kind of nudity and stuff, or at least try, do dim light. Pack your extra battery, charge that extra battery, pack snacks, because you're gonna need them. You can always, stop at the store, but you should always pack snacks, just in case. Water. If you're going to an airport, don't fill up the water until you're at the airport. Don't buy that $6 water. Just kidding, I don't know how much it costs. I'm guessing it costs a bit. And then when you're on the plane, which is funny, so this is the water bottle, right? If it's not filled all the way and you open it, it's gonna go psh. I didn't know that. So, or maybe the type of water bottle. So I just went like, choo, and it went, boom. And I was like, and it hit the freaking ceiling and it went all over me right here. And I was like, and nope. I was like, bro, did you see that? Remember, there was like, bro, so embarrassing. But like the flight attendants, either they didn't see it or they didn't say anything. But my mom was back there. And she's like, oh yeah, I saw someone. I was like, is that Molly? And I was like, bro, I'm so embarrassed. But that was hilarious. I was just like, how was that possible? I don't know how it was possible, but I know that it wasn't full all the way. So now, when you open something, just, open it, let the air come in or out or whatever. So, yeah. Pack your toothbrush, pack your toothpaste, because, you don't know how much those prices going to be for toothpaste. But, pack your lotion. When you are going on an airport, make sure to wear good looking socks, because you will be taking off your shoes and everyone will see your socks. So, try, if it's your first time, like, just try to do what everybody else is doing. I can't be like telling you, when you go and put your items in the basket, make sure they all have enough space to be on each other. Make sure you roll it, because then they're going to yell at you, because you won't understand what I'm talking about. Just make sure that you're basically doing what everyone else is doing. Like, make sure you're looking ahead if there's a line. Like, make sure you know what's going on. Don't just be like, la 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 la, I'm so happy I am on a plane, or first time, and then you show up and then they're like, you needed to have your ID and your passport ready, get out of line, next, because they will say that. Yeah, have your passport or ID. You're not your passport, your whatever you're using your ID for, and your ticket. Ticket check-in. I haven't done this, but apparently, if you're one of the first ones to check in on not a heavy flight, on a full flight, then you'll be asked if the first person who check in will be asked if they want to upgrade to what is it called? Not coach. Luxury? I don't know. Not economy. The better one. First class. If you want to did I say update? ¿Cómo se dice? Not improve. If you want to upgrade to first class, like free. But I haven't done that. I don't know. I always just check in when I get there at the little kiosk. So I think only once did I check in through my phone, but that's because I couldn't find the kiosk. So I was like, I think maybe that airplane didn't have kiosk, or where I was in that area, the kiosk wasn't available, but the line was there, and I was like, gonna check in my phone. Here you go. So make sure you have battery. I mean, have an itinerary. Have backup plans. Like, I've traveled alone to San Francisco, and I had to end up doing some of my backup plans because I kind of messed up, and I thought, I will land there like at 10 a.m. No, 9 a.m.? Something like that. It was like early. I'll land there like 9, and then I'll go to somewhere to eat. No, I'll go to the lady Painted Ladies little area, and then I'll walk over to the Japan Center. I made these plans, right? Wow, my plans. Forgot that I had luggage, a backpack overfilled because I didn't want to pay for bigger luggage. So I had my carry-on full, my backpack full. So I was walking around for like 6 hours through these San Francisco streets that had no joke on those hills like this, bro. So I did everything that I wanted to on that day, but the next day I was dead. I honestly think I sprained my foot, like going up those hills like this with with my luggage like. So I had a backup plan for that day. So I did the backup plan because the backup plan I had hiking that day. So I did a backup plan. But, yes. Always have just like a backup plan because you never know what's going to happen. You actually might sprain your ankle like me, You can't go hiking anymore. So instead of freaking out, and letting it ruin your trip, go to that backup plan. Or, I also took some time off that morning from my itinerary because it was okay, You're on vacation, yes, but things happen. So just adjust, take a step back, I took that morning off, I guess, the next morning because I was like dying, and there was other things that had happened that night. And so I took that morning to just rest and recover so that I could enjoy the rest of my trip. And that's okay, because you know what? You made the money to get there in the first place. And if you like it, and not regret, but like you didn't get a chance to do everything you wanted to, you can get that money again and go back again. So yeah, don't worry about it if your plans are ruined. Of course, it will definitely suck if you paid actual money to go to an event and then you couldn't get there. Like, let's say I had bought hiking tour or something and it was non-refundable. Like, yeah, that would really suck, but you know, you have to give yourself, your body, and yourself that rest from the day before or from whatever situation happened, you know? And like I said, you made that money once, you can make it again, si Dios quiere. Y con el poder, con el, yeah. So, yeah. I will say though, also on that, you might end up in a situation where you lose basically your money because you didn't know something about yourself until you got to that point. And I'm saying this because I spent quite a bit of money on a boat trip over there to see these whales, which, I mean, I didn't think we were going to watch whales, but I thought, hey, a nice boat trip, going out to the actual sea. I don't remember what sea it is. It's not the Pacific, is it? I don't know what California. Atlantic? Pacific? I think it's Pacific. But, basically I went and took a boat out there. Well, I didn't. Somebody took a boat. And an hour into it, when we actually were at the sea and not like getting there, because it took like an hour to get there. We made some few stops, but once we got to the actual sea, where it was not rowing. It wasn't rowing. The motor was off, I guess. It was like this. Yeah, turns out I get seasick, which I would have never thought because I love roller coasters. I don't get any kind of sickness when I'm on planes. I love elevators and nothing. Like that was weird. So I got seasick and I was just there inside the cabin, ready to throw up. So I took a nap. I literally took a nap. So I wasted that money. But you know, you can't really think about it like that. You gotta just like, oh, okay, well, I would have never found out I was seasick unless I go out there and go into the sea. So, and that might be you. You might get on a plane, you don't know that you get motion sickness until you get on that plane. But I feel like it's probably a little more bearable than seasickness. I don't know. There was a guy that was just straight up laying down, like on the boat. And I was just like, and a lot of people were throwing up. And I was like, yeah, none of us knew, huh? We all on the same boat, huh? Literally. But yeah, that's on your actual vacation. But yeah, that's just some advice for your actual vacation, you know. Things happen. You know, you might have prepared to go to a beach or a pool party on that certain day and, oh, you got your period. Like, you gotta make a backup plan. So, always have that backup plan. You know, it's maybe not something your top choice of what to do, but you never know what's going to happen, you know? The weather, all of a sudden, it's raining. You can't go to that garden. You know,
you know, and sometimes it might be as lame as going to a mall in that city and going to a movie theater, because that's what I did. I was just not feeling it all good, and I ended up going to a mall, eating a nice thing at a restaurant, walking around the mall, because also you have to know, well, depends on where you're at. I was alone, so I always needed to be somewhere where I was visible, so a mall was perfect. I went to several little stores. You can go on little shopping sprees because you're not going to spend the money on what you were going to do. Things like that. And don't just like stay in your hotel room. Even that was better than staying at my hotel room. Because, you know, I got to go be at a different mall. Got to go and go to different stores, different bakeries. And I watched a movie, which I don't remember what movie it was. No, wait. It was The Fall. It was The Fall. Right, The Fall. Yes. Yes, right? The Fall. The Fall. Came out 2021. When did it come out? Like July. What? No, not that. The Fall movie. August, yeah. Came out August. That's what I watched. You know? And I didn't have plans on watching that till when I got home, but that was my backup plan. I had already searched that movie theater. I had already searched that place where everything was right there. All the little different stores, and that was my backup plan. And I was like, okay, didn't want this, but this is it. I mean, did I fly across the country and spend $1,000 or more to go to the movies? But, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Traveling in car. Fill that tank up. Once you hit 100 miles, that you only have 100 miles left, go to the nearest gas station. Don't let it get under 100 miles. Because you never know what's going to happen. So, there's been a time when we were waiting in the car for 45 minutes. So, stand still. Because someone had passed away or was killed, I guess, in an accident, and they have to shut the whole thing down. There's a helicopter and things like that. So you never know. And one, you don't want to be stuck without gas. Two, it was summer, the heat of summer in Texas, so it was hot. If we didn't have that gas to keep the car on, to keep the AC on, then we would have been toast. So. And same applies for winter, you know? So, you know, you just don't want to risk anything. But, yeah. Those are some of the travel tips. Make a plan B. Make sure everybody that's in your trip, that's going, has their passports, their IDs, because you don't want to miss, or you don't want them to miss an airplane or be at the border and not be able to come back as easily or whatever. But it's just easier just to make sure looking out for others and yourself. That reminds you of yourself. To have your ID, to have at least your form of form of identification ready. Set 100 alarms to not miss it. Make sure you pack every single thing the night before, so that all you have to do that morning, if you're leaving, like the first thing you do, is grab your clothes, put them on if you aren't already wearing the same clothes that you're going to, because that's okay. I'd be having to be at the airport at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. So I'm wearing my airport clothes to sleep. All I'm putting on is my shoes. Have your toothbrush, your toothpaste right there ready, and that Ziploc bag right next to it, so you know that's where that you have to take it. Like, you have to go with it. Have everything already in the car if you're packing. If you're going in the car, or if you're taking an Uber to the plane or whatever, have it next to the door, everything you need, so you don't have to be searching for, oh, where's my fanny pack? Oh, where's my... If you have things that need to be in the refrigerator, have them right there, all in one section, because you will forget. You will not be like, have them all right there. Just like, that's kind of it for my travel tips. I've traveled quite a bit, but honestly, I don't forget anything. I just realized that, or I guess I just realized that I needed it. Or maybe I'm wanting something different. So I'll give an example. I always pack pads and or liners, just in case, even though I know, like, oh, I just got off my period or something. Because the hormones are different out here. If you're nervous for a flight or something, you might get your period, or nervous for the event or the occasion or whatever, So I always just pack that, but there's been times where I pack it and then I get on my period, or I know that I was going to get on my period and I get on my period and I'm like, you know what? I should have brought the other type of pads, or I should have brought the smaller kind. Because, I don't know. It's just preference of when you're on your period or whatever. So you just go and buy some more. Always make room for souvenirs. You might be like, oh, I'm just going to Austin. Like, I'm not buying anything. You never know what you're going to buy. So, always make room for souvenirs. Because you never know. Like I said. Traveling tips also. If you're going to be there for more than a couple days and you know that you don't have, like, you don't really have car access like that to just, go to the store. Pack that Pepto. Pack that Advil. Pack that medication, bro. Because you don't want to be wasting a fee in Uber to go get an Advil. Like, just pack it. You don't want to be wasting your time going to the store buying something that you could have just packed, Or also wasting your money on buying a big pack of Pepto when you're just going to be there for 2 days. You just need to buy this much to get over your extraordinary food intake that you took when you ventured out, which is fine. But that's basically all my ideas. That I think of. That I can think of right now. Which I should have probably, if you have any specific ones, you should have written it down, but if you have any specific ones, let me know. So, I should have written it down. I don't know if I said you. But that's going to conclude the podcast. I'll try and think of some more tips that won't confuse you, because I'm trying to take some general tips, not specific, where I'm going to be like, oh, non-slip. Take shoes that are easy to slip on and off on the airport. I mean, like, that's pretty specific, you know. You're not gonna remember that. So, yes. That's it for today. Bye!